What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Jerrilyn Lake.
And Monae.
And this is
She Said It First. It's the new podcast on Urban One, on the Urban One Podcast Network.
So we are coming to you with something fresh, something new. Just think of it as, hanging out with your homegirls. Just casual conversation. Now, we're going to spark your interest. We're going to make you think. It's going to be informative and entertaining.
Yeah. But keep that funny alive.
We're going to make you laugh.
We always going to keep it funny around here, okay? We're going to keep it light and bright, but we're going to keep that funny.
Absolutely. For sure. With all of that said, let's get into, I'm going to be honest, it's my favorite segment, sis.
Girl, what happened?
How you know? That's the segment. Girl, what happened?
Yeah.
So let me tell you.
Okay, I'm listening.
So Gilbert Arenas, former NBA player, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got engaged to his fiancé, bought her a $400,000 ring.
Sure.
Exactly. Now, I'm still hung up on that, but I'll give you more details. $400,000 ring, broke up 8 days later, stayed with her, got back together, played nice for 4 months, swapped the rings out.
Friend.
So the new ring is like 10 grand.
Friend. That 10 grand.
I said it's still too much.
Girl, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let's recap.
Exactly. That's a lot, right?
That's more than a lot. You talking about, wait, did you say a fake ring was $10,000?
Yes.
What type of fake ring is it? I would have took the $10,000 one. Like, we didn't have to do the $400,000. I'm cool with the $10,000 one.
If we're not together no more, they're both getting sold.
Yeah,
it doesn't
absolutely.
matter.
No, seriously.
I'm going straight to the swap
I was going to do before, I'm going to do it now still. I feel that.
So what do you think about that? Like, if the engagement doesn't work, if you call it off, who keeps the ring?
Okay, let me tell you. This is how I think about it, right?
Okay.
Don't beg me for the ring, because now you're giving broke. Like, I don't want to, don't beg me for the ring
now
back.
You ain't got no paper.
Right, now you're giving broke and begging. It just don't give that. That's unattractive to me. Let me make the decision on whether or not I want to give the ring back. Now, if you swindle me, okay, if my head ain't on a swivel and you come in there and swap the rings out, I can't even be mad at you. Right. I think whatever is clever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, the way he went about it, I'm like, dang, I would have never thought to play nice to get the ring back, because it was $400,000.
Yeah. That you know honestly, what I mean? That's way too, for me.
Absolutely.
I'm not spending $400 anything.
On nobody.
On
nobody.
Anything. You hear me?
Absolutely.
It better come with a house completely paid off, and I'm talking equity.
1,000%.
I'm not doing nothing $400,000, nothing. It made my skin crawl when I heard the number, because
I'm thinking they got a different type of money, like,
though.
do I keep the ring? I'm gonna keep the ring. I'm gonna keep it.
If I think it's $400,000, yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
I'm keeping, but you gotta pawn it as soon as y'all break up.
Soon.
Don't wait, like, because that's the problem. She was like looking at it and admiring it. Girl, we on a time stretch. We just broke up.
And my favorite part is that he kind of pretended to love her still. So it's frustrating too. Like, you played me. And who knows? She might have been seriously trying to get back together with him.
She could have.
It might have been something she wanted to salvage.
That's true. But 8 days later, though, y'all wasn't really working it out for real. Ain't no way. Because he was serious. Who wasn't serious? Who broke up with who?
I don't love nobody $400,000 worth.
Come on.
I don't love nobody that much.
Come on.
Nobody.
You hear her talking? Because me neither. But $10,000, I'll take the $10,000.
$10,000 is good.
No, I'm cool with the downgrade, actually. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's a nice down payment on a new home.
It really is.
Because she's going to have to move out. She can't stay with him no more.
And if you don't want to get a new home, you could just buy a bunch of clothes and shoes and stuff, because that's what I like. And hair. I love me a good wig, and I can get me one of them expensive ones that's like $700.
Right.
I get me a real good wig.
Don't get a $10,000 one, friend, though, because then I'm going to question your spending habits.
Oh.
I'm gonna question your spending habits.
I don't have to tell you about it.
You know, I mean, girl, being a black woman is hard.
It is.
And if anybody,
it's expensive.
It's very much so. And if anybody knows that, it's us.
Yeah.
So, in the same vein of thought, we saw that Amanda Seales had an interview with Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay.
I can't stand it.
It was a lot happening, and I think there was a lot of conversations that needed to be had that came out of that interview. Yes. So it was 3 hours. I ain't gonna watch it the whole 3 hours, but I watched enough, and I've seen enough of Amanda to have formed my own opinion about the interview. And I think one of my biggest takeaways was, especially having been a black woman in corporate America for so long, one of my biggest takeaways is being invited into a space, and then I feel like my opinions and my experience is immediately invalidated.
Yeah.
What did you feel like kind of watching that? How did you feel about it?
I mean, I think I want to go back to what you're saying as far as being invited into those spaces and feeling like you have a voice to speak up as an African American in the industry. What I feel is that we don't really get the opportunity to. And let me tell you why I think that is because we haven't been outnumbered yet, right? We are outnumbered. That's what I'm saying. So we haven't risen to the top enough to be able to just walk into these spaces and be our authentic self and not be judged. And I think that that's the part that people don't like, and people don't understand what it's like to have to code switch, right? Because we were like, I don't want to code switch. I just want to go in there, rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, we can't do that. We can't rah, rah. Okay. We can't. Okay.
Right.
But we can't. We just can't, guys. And I know you want to so bad, but we all have to rise to the top before it gets understood, before we're understood in spaces like that. Because to you, it may come off as just joking, but for somebody who doesn't understand the culture, it comes off as disrespectful, it's too aggressive. And a lot of people don't understand that we still got to play the game at the end of the day, whether you want to or not. If you want to rise to a certain level in life, until we get to a place where we are fully understood as an African American culture, just overall, we're still going to have to play the game. We still going to have to code switch, and we still going to have to try to strive for the top.
And I think that's why people are so frustrated, because we shouldn't have to. And even though we shouldn't have to, it's still the reality of things, right?
It's still the reality.
And so a lot of people are saying that the solution is to create our own spaces, which I think is a wonderful idea. Black spaces are always welcoming and fun, and let's play spades and Uno and all of this, Kiki and all this stuff.
But is that furthering us to the top?
Well, no. Well, what I'm saying is that a lot of people are saying that sometimes those spaces aren't even safe. When I think about a lot of these, African American groups that have been funded, or these programs that they put in place to kind of further our endeavors to spotlight more entrepreneurs and things like that. I don't know if you've experienced this, but I have experienced sometimes when you get into these spaces, you deal with these mean girls.
Yes.
And I'm like, sis,
yes.
why are we competing? I thought this was for everybody to be advancing. So I did understand what Amanda was saying when she said sometimes those spaces aren't even safe. We've created something that's supposed to be just for us.
Yes.
And then we get in there and we tearing each other down.
And we trying to step over each other. We're gossiping. We're not focusing on what the plan and goal is at hand. Like, we have to stay focused, and we got to stop kind of trying to climb over each other to get to the top. The thing is that I use this reference all the time, and I know you guys have heard it too. If you go down the bread aisle, it's so many different types of brands. What is it? Brands and breads, girl.
Brands and breads.
Oh, thank you, friend.
There you go.
Brands and breads, right? And it don't stop. It doesn't just stop with this particular brand that you like, because I like a certain kind and Jerrilyn likes a certain kind. So there is room at the top for everybody, but for some reason we have it in our mind that it's only one person at a time. So people get in their mind where they feel like, I need to tear this person down. I need to talk about, I need to stop these opportunities for the next person because they're in my lane. We're doing a podcast together. Right. We're both rising to the top together. I think it's very important to know that we can do this together, but we forget that for some reason.
Why do you think we're so competitive? Because I see, like, a lot of times it frustrates me to no end. Like, you will go into a space. I remember I was working at this company a long time ago. And there was only one other Black girl there. And there was this energy, and I'm thinking, oh, thank God there's another Black woman here. I'm not by myself.
She like, oh my God, she here to take my spot.
She is immediately competitive. And I'm like, girl, we both just trying to survive. They paying us both pennies, paying us in peanuts. So it's not like we're outdoing the other person by, trying to brown nose and all of this stuff. But I just noticed that she was, like, what seemed to me like unnecessarily competitive. And then if I am being successful in this role, now not only are you competitive, you jealous.
Yeah.
So you're doing any and everything to try to, discredit who I am or get me in trouble. And I'm like, who does that? Where does that come from?
I think it goes back to kind of what I was saying earlier, where we're not the majority. We're just not the majority at the top.
You think we're doing this to each other to try to...
Because when she was in that space, I'm going to tell you what I think, okay? Hypothetically speaking, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. But hypothetically speaking, her being in space, and I don't know if you said this, was it a lot of other races there?
No, just mostly white.
Oh, that's the race I was talking about. Okay, so...
Ding, ding, ding.
Thank you. Yes. And I knew that because she felt like she had arrived. Why? Because she was surrounded by a bunch of, right? And so it's like, if you're in this space and you feel like, oh, I'm the only Black person here, I'm doing something better than everybody else. And then they bring somebody else in, then it's like, wait.
Oh, she thought it devalued her position or something? Now, Lynee, I like the way you're thinking now.
I'm about to say.
I like the way you're thinking.
Come on.
This is a conversation. This is developing for me because this has been 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. Like,
come on.
This is a brand new revelation that I'm just thinking. So perhaps she felt like she should have been the only one in that space, which is crazy to me because these spaces are not safe.
Thank you. They're not.
And even though people want us to believe, like, I love that people want us to think that, oh, nobody alive owned slaves, so racism doesn't exist. Oh. And I'm trying to explain to them, just because nobody alive today owns slaves, it doesn't mean that people that look like you aren't still benefiting from the effects of racism. Yep. It doesn't mean that people that look like me are still being discredited, discounted, disadvantaged because of the effects of slavery. And so it's always been very frustrating to try to have those conversations because I feel like when we get into those spaces, people tell us, just be grateful.
Yes. And don't say anything.
Look how far you've come. Just be happy about where you are. And I'm like, bro, if I come in here with braids and y'all looking at me crazy, or I'm not smiling on the Zoom meeting and y'all are telling me you seem like you got a problem, ain't nothing funny. This meeting been going on for 45 minutes.
Right, I'm exhausted.
It could have been an email. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. I ain't had my breakfast.
Every meeting.
I showed up late and I skipped Burger King, fooling with y'all. You understand what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
Yeah, my face a little toe up on the Zoom meeting. I was finna cut my video off, but y'all sent out a mass email about the last one.
No, for real.
So now I gotta have my video on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like nobody understands micromanaging and microaggressions quite like the Black woman in the workforce because everything's a problem.
It is.
If you curvy, and you wear the wrong thing to work? That's inappropriate.
Girl, because I'm curvilicious, so I've been through this. I have been through it. It's cute up until, like you said, you got to go to work. Yeah. And then
somebody else feels threatened.
Oh, no. Oh, girl, the way my supervisor was male and had a woman come and talk to me. Girl, I must have been distracting him, child. He couldn't get nothing done that day. Sorry. My bad.
Not you up there putting it on Greg.
I put the cardigan on. I put the cardigan on. My God.
Lord,
that thing was stinking, shit.
But my thing, why is that my issue though? Because I see this a lot of times with women and dressing in general. Like you would rather police how we show up in society than to teach men or whomever is offending, harassing, or abusing us boundaries and respect and keeping your hands to yourself. So,
but I got a question, friend.
Come on with it.
Because you don't think nothing when you see them twerking and they shorts up in their butt and they like you. It's not giving.
I'm gonna tell you what I think.
I'm not saying they deserve it. Hold up, wait a minute, because I ain't saying nobody deserves it.
We're not saying that. What I'm saying is you grown and that's your business. Now, unfortunately, the same way we can have conversations about racism in America, we have to have conversations about sexism. I hate that this is true in this country specifically. If you dress a certain type of way, you don't get the same level of respect because people feel like if you're advertising something
then they have access to it.
And I don't like, I hate having to have the conversation with younger women.
But
I hate having it with older women.
But if they selling it, it's okay to buy it.
Hey, it's the world's oldest profession. It's the world's oldest profession.
It's okay if it's on sale.
If you're selling it,
do your thing.
2 for $20, not my business.
Clarence.
You know, I don't mind nobody doing nothing that they want to do with their own body. That we're in a space now where that's one of the biggest things that's on women's plates right now.
Yeah.
Autonomy of our own bodies. So I don't mind. If you want to dress like that, sis, if you want to if you want your pants, up the crack of your behind, cool. That's on you. Just understand that this world is going to see you a certain type of way. Is it fair? No. Is it right? No. But that is the way that it is. And so, then it becomes a conversation about respectability politics. And, you just can't, there's no amount of clean cut hair and corporate attire and penny loafers and collared shirts that you can dress yourself up with to gain the respect of some people. And I think that's what the pushback is. So it's always been interesting to kind of be in that space. Cause I wonder, do y'all really like dressing like that, or are you doing it for attention? Because if you're doing it for attention,
then you're gonna get what you asked.
You're going to get what you're asking for.
People are going to watch. They're going to look.
Yeah. And then it all ties into like the dating world. Like we just feel entitled to so many things. And so it's interesting to see how these conversations are being had. Like, on social media, they have these 50-50 bill things and all of this stuff. And so one particular thing came up, and I don't know if it's an age thing. I don't think that it's an age thing necessarily, because sometimes you see younger women dress a certain type of way, but we live in a different time.
Yeah, we do.
And some of the grannies,
they not grannying.
They're not like, girl, why you not at the house watching in the heat of the night?
Girl, she got that BBL and it's outside.
And the thighs. Don't match. I'm just concerned. I'm concerned for us as a culture. I feel like we're focusing on the wrong things, right?
Yeah.
And then, it's I don't want to get too deep off in it. But when I think about how some of the younger women are, we've all done crazy things. We've all dressed a certain type of way.
Yeah.
And I think that just is a lack of maturity. So I don't know. What you think?
As far as like older women dressing younger?
Yeah.
If they look good, I don't care. Because I'm going to be one of them. Girl, when I get older.
I just feel like it should be tasteful. Like, I don't think I want to see no 80-year-old.
If God ever bless me with the snatch back of my life again, you better think twice if you think I'm gonna be modest. I've been modest my whole life. I'm not coming, girl, booted shorts and
not the crop top.
Crop and topping it. I'm crop topping it. Girl, why not? If I look good, are you crazy? With the cane.
I ain't mad
girl,
at it.
with the cane, I'm out there. Girl,
I'm out there.
Going to bingo. I'm on my way to bingo.
You need to be spending your money on joint lubricants. You don't need to be trying to buy no booty shorts.
Man,
you need to go get you some cortisone
do not
shots.
Play with me. If I look
you need to make sure your knees work. You're doing too much. We got to refocus.
We got some Bengay for my knees, some icy hot. I don't got time, Jerrilyn. If I look good at 80, I'm never giving modest. It's never giving that. I already did that.
I'd never want you to be modest, friend. I think you should always pop your, ish. I think, because there's so many other situations where we're asked to dumb ourselves down.
Always.
And dim our light.
Always.
So, yeah, you should definitely pop your ish.
Yeah. And I feel like when you get older, you stop caring. Like, the older you get, the less you care about what anybody. If I'm wrinkly, I don't care. They might want to see my wrinkles. Some 87-year-old man, he gonna be younger than me because I'm gonna be 85. He gonna be like 70 something. He gonna be 70.
He gonna be younger?
Girl, yes, I'm gonna be like 86. He gonna be 70.
Okay. Well, since you brought it up, this is a perfect segue. There are a lot of older women now dating younger. Now, we know we've always seen this in the past with, older men dating younger women. And I have my own thoughts about that. I'm going to let you share yours first. But how do you feel about the Cougar era? Because that's what they're calling them now. Some of them are Thundercats. I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends.
Thundercat. But Thundercat. So we talking about the Drea Michaels. Mm-hmm. We talking about the Bernice Burgos, the Keyshia Cole. Mm-hmm. First of all, look at the women we talking about. Okay, they've been in the industry. Girl, they've been in this industry doing their thing. They not supposed to be. Them are different types of women who are in the industry that's about to age out, right? And when you about to age out, you gotta latch on to something that's doing something right now, because we got newer girls, younger girls that's popping out doing their own thing, and then they older, so I know they putting it on them. Okay, I know they whiplash. I know it's a lot going on. They've been around the block, so I just feel like when you in the industry and you dating like younger men, I think it's for a reason. When we talk about industry women specifically, now when we talk about women like us dating younger, this gonna trip you up.
Okay.
Older men don't want older women. Who we supposed to date? They don't want us.
Now, when you put it like that,
they don't want us. Who's left? And then you get a 21-year-old that's like, oh my God, you look so good. Oh my God. He treating you like you. Okay, she is your queen. Like, what? You daggone right. Older men don't want older women. Yeah. They always date younger.
Y'all got too much going on. You know too much. You know that's what I was gonna say. I feel like a lot of times when older men date younger women, it's not they make these comments about, I just want somebody, oh, she ain't had no kids, so her body looked like this,
and you done popped out 40-something kids,
right? Because you having twins.
The nerve of you,
sir. You're having twins as well.
Like, child.
All right, keep it kosher. But no, I feel like they always looking for women who probably aren't sure of themselves. I have a hard time believing that older men genuinely see younger women and think, This is my romantic equal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think you think that about a 22-year-old, sir.
Yeah,
Winston,
same. No,
Charles.
I agree.
I don't think you do.
But I do think that something about dating younger keeps you young too. You know what I mean? And it's nothing, to me, I'm going to tell you, it's nothing wrong with dating younger. Now, how young? Yeah. How young is when we start looking like R. Kelly or something going on? You know, R. Kelly was outside of high schools waiting for girls to get out. Yeah. You know, like that's where I be like, ugh. Like,
he was inside the high schools as well.
Thank you.
He actually took third shift as a janitor.
Oh, God.
Okay. Okay, that might not be true. I'm sorry.
Nobody say spare.
Full disclaimer. I could be lying. I'm sorry. He didn't do that.
When it comes to that gives pedophile. Even with the Drea Michaels and the 21-year-old, it creeps me out because her son is 21. Yeah. Like, it just...
Why would you date somebody the same age as your child?
You understand? When we talking about 10 years younger or something like that, I can understand that. My mom dated... her husband was 10 years older. Of course, she was 10 years younger than him. And so I get it. But when we talking about 20, we start going into other... it just gets weird.
I think it matters how old the older person is.
Yeah.
Because if I'm 50 and my boyfriend is 40...
then it's like cool.
We both grown. We probably ready to settle down. We have a certain... We're at a certain level of maturity.
That's me.
If you're thinking like a 30-year-old is supposed to be dating a 20-year-old, like... I don't... Think back if you can. Don't say anything out loud. Just think about.
Let me be quiet.
Think about what you were doing at 21. Don't say nothing. See, look at your face. Look at your face. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? And this is why people in their 30s should not be dating. Because you don't know yourself enough. You're naive. Girl, you're
the
immature.
way I just had that flashback, I did not know.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have no business dating somebody who can buy houses and such.
Yeah. Well, at least you have somewhere to stay. I mean, when we talking about flipping, girl, wait a minute. You done made this person an elite employee.
He probably was working at a Fortune 500 company. He owned a few Burger Kings.
No, I'm going over there as a 20-year-old. You done made amazing. No.
So what if he just worked at Waffle House?
No. I want to. You can't why we go that way?
Monae, neither of them exists. Oh. Calm down.
Oh my!
She God. Like bring back the real one. Bring back the real one.
Employee. I want that one.
So I guess it matters what they do, who they are, how big the age gap is.
Girl, yeah.
I don't know. I can't see myself dating nobody younger. I think I've experienced too many men in general.
I've dated younger, but not real younger, like a year or two younger.
That's okay.
That's nothing.
I feel like that's okay.
Yeah.
But like I would never be like, this 27-year-old.
Oh no.
Give me some of that.
Girl, because the way I was walking into my apartment building the other day, and then I swear he probably was like 25. He was like, yeah, can I get your number? I said, I'm old. That's all I could think to say back to him.
Because you think I'm your age, baby, and I'm not.
He's like, I don't care. I'm like, no. Like I was so like, I felt my skin started crawling like I'm gonna go to jail. Like this child is trying to talk to me. So, but they do be worshiping you, girl. He bought all my groceries upstairs to my house. I couldn't resist that part. I was on the third floor, girl. I need help. Please help me, please. Help me, please.
Sometimes you just need your groceries walked upstairs.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. So he did bring my groceries up there, y'all. Nothing happened, I promise. It was just a grocery drop off. That's it.
Do you think that women are using men like that, younger men?
Older women using younger men?
I'm asking because, you know, the typical situation is the cougar is, you know, the one tricking off, spending all the money, and here, baby, here go a PS5 and bring all your clothes in a trash bag to my house. Exactly. So do you think that these particular women that we mentioned, do you think they might be using the younger men? Because what you initially said was aging out of the industry.
Yes.
So you think that
but
this
I
is
think
like
they used all the men, not just them.
Every man.
For sure. The way Drea got up there and said your wholeness can be deleted, girl, she's a ho-ho. Like for you
to come off your credit after 7 years.
The way she was trying to erase that, girl, I think she used all of them.
Real talk though, if enough people pass away, nobody gonna know anyway.
That's true.
So by a certain time in your life, nobody gonna remember that you was doing that.
That's facts.
I mean, you just gotta outlive everybody that knew you was going like that.
I think people be using each other though, to answer your question. I think people be using each other. I think a cougar, well, for them specifically, I think they use everybody. But back to just people like me and you, I think that, you know, the younger guys benefit because this person is probably established. They have a house, they got a car, they letting you stay over, they buying snacks. They got a lot of snacks too, like cookies and chips and like just stuff you really like. Because I'm very hungry. I really want some candy. stuff
that you like.
Like you really like all of that stuff. And she gonna get you the new Jordans, all of that stuff. And then for the older woman, it probably just makes her feel good to be out with someone that's younger, that's into her. And I'm sure keep her stamina high.
Probably.
Okay. Girl,
well, no.
You don't think so?
Because women...
Even at that age?
The peak be peaking a little longer than you think.
I don't know.
My
mother's a nun.
I done did some research. And apparently 40s.
That's when it
hit. I got 5 more years, sis.
For real.
5 more years.
You look amazing.
I'm a video. Thank you,
Me
girl.
too. I got 5 years as well. You look good.
I'm a video. I can't wait to hit that peak on it. Cause listen, the way this life is set up, it has been lifing, and I think we all need a little extra love in our lives.
Absolutely. I think if somebody love you, you should talk to them. But please, just like you said, depends on the age of the older person. Yeah. Not too much.
It need to make sense though. Yeah. So we can't keep love from nobody.
Facts.
So what do you think are some of, if you were going to date a younger person, what would be the one thing, because age can't be it, what would be one thing that would stop you from dating them?
Girl, at home with his mother. I'm not going to go meet your mother. We the same age. What the? I'm not.
You don't want to meet his mother at all?
No.
Well, so y'all not seriously dating then? You just playing around?
Girl, I'm just playing. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time.
You're wasting this man's time.
Girl, if he live at home with his mother, you could scrap that. Guys my age, even like if you live with your mother, it's a no. It's just a no for me. Like, no.
What if his mom's sick and he been taking care of her?
Ooh.
I hate it for you. I'll send the gift basket.
Wishing you all the best. Like, get well soon. I'm not.
No. Thoughts and prayers.
No.
I have to send you an edible arrangement. I ain't gonna lie.
I can't do the living with the parent thing.
I think it depends sometimes because I don't know, the way this economy is set up. Like people are running back home to live
I understand, but to me that's
I'm
like
not gonna do it, but I understand though.
But that's like too young. Like it's one thing to be like living with your parents because they like our age or something. But like young and living with your parents, like I really feel like I'm dealing with a high schooler. Like I don't know how to get that out of my head.
You probably got a curfew.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like she wondering where you at. It's 11 o'clock. She's like, you need to be home. I don't know what you're doing. I with that old lady.
And if I'm on the phone with you, and she in the background,
come on. And
she reminding you to take out the trash and wash the dishes?
Girl, it's
gonna be a problem.
I can't entertain it.
Because you got to come over here and do the same thing. I got dishes too.
Right. No, I got dishes too. The laundry over here.
Cut this grass while you at it. Cut this grass while you at it. That's so funny. Okay, I just wanted to know what your deal breaker would be.
Yeah, and then like if he don't have no job too, you're not allowed. But that I feel like it's the same. I don't care how old you are.
Yeah, if you don't have a job, you don't have a relationship. Yeah. You know what? Okay, Lynee, I like where this is going because have you seen this meme? It was like if you know this brother is a good man, he loves you real, you know, like deep, like real heavy love. He's romantic, he's affectionate, he gives you his best. But he work at Walmart as a greeter.
Why I gotta be a greeter? That's for the seniors, and then you taking other people's job. You know they struggling to find employment. He gonna take them seniors'
That's
job.
All he could get. Girl. So you wouldn't date him?
I want him to put the stuff on the shelf.
He gotta at least be a stalker.
Like, don't take no jobs for them elderly people like that.
They don't do him like that.
Girl, what about him being a greeter?
So if this man checked all your boxes. But he was no, listen, let me get it out.
Okay.
If he checked all your boxes, but he was store manager at Walmart, would you date him? Now you get off my nerves. Let this man make it.
Why I got a Jerrilyn?
Don't ask me nothing. Don't ask me nothing.
Jerrilyn, you do it.
Don't get somebody else to do it.
Get somebody else to do it. Oh, they're gonna be so mad. Let me just say this. I don't
try to clean it up. No. Don't try to clean it up. If you work at Walmart, let me know.
Because Jerrilyn,
I already got him.
I don't know.
Can you grab me like a tissue?
Okay, look. If he checked all the boxes and he just worked at Walmart, I can make something work.
Okay, see?
I can make something work.
So see, like, okay, so this is what I mean when I say like relationships need, thank you so much. This is what I mean when I say relationships need balance. And you really got to understand what your non-negotiables are. I asked you that question because there was a post floating around on social media. And there was a guy who he had his girlfriend over to the house, and the girlfriend and the mom had gotten into it. And so the mom is kind of walking up on the girl. She talking real loud and basically trying to put her in her place in her house. And so what do you think about like those types of dynamics in mother to son relationships? Because I can't see your mama standing over me hollering and me not rearranging every piece of furniture in the house.
That part. No, for real.
You got to touch all these walls.
The first thing I'm going to do is stand up. You're never going to talk over me. And if my dude know me the way he think he know me and I'm standing up, it's best for you to move as swiftly as possible. Because after that, I'm only asking one question, and that's, who are you talking to? You can either say me or nobody. Like, it's only two answers to that question. Right. And after that, I'm going to go on you. Now, one thing I don't do is get physical with people's parents, but I will cut you with my words. So once you let me know who you talking to and you say me, I am going to tear everything down. It probably gonna ruin my relationship because I'm talking about old stuff that done happened to him and you wasn't there for him when he went through whatever he went through. Like, I want you to know you're a horrible person. Like, so I would really like for you to clean this. I would like for him to step in and fix this before it gets to this point.
That's my thing. I feel like in relationships, like everybody talks about men need to be providers. Okay, what about protection? Yeah. Because most men think protection is, I'm going to make sure nobody breaks in the house and robs us and kill everybody. Yeah. But what about protection from the things that you might not think are a threat? So if I feel like your mom is kind of coming at me crazy, why wouldn't you step in and say something? And a lot of times folks be like, well, I didn't know that she was, I thought she was right there. I thought she was joking. Okay, well, now we rolling around like Tom and Jerry. Is it funny?
Right. Is it funny?
Like, do you think,
no, is it
you
funny?
Think it's still a joke? Because I just feel like people in general should do a better job of setting boundaries. Yeah. Set boundaries in your relationship.
You want to know why they can't set boundaries?
Because they scared of their mama.
But they haven't set boundaries with their mama. Yeah. So you can't set something boundaries that you don't even do. You don't set boundaries with your mama. You don't set boundaries at work. You don't set boundaries with your kids. Right. And now I'm expecting you.
Everybody just running over.
Everybody running over you, running amok. Okay, doing what they want to do. Right. And now I'm expecting you to come into my life. And because you're the man, I'm expecting you to take on the protective role. I'm expecting you to be there and set boundaries where you're really not good in that area of your life. You know what I'm saying? We also want to make sure that we're paying attention to that as well, where we're asking people to do things that's out of their comfort zone, right? However, still, if I'm with you, you better figure it out. And you don't got a lot of time. So today may be the day where you set boundaries, because I'm not going to allow your mom or anybody, your sister, I don't care who, any other female in your life to just talk to me anyway, because I was brought up to respect people. So I respect people. As long as respect is given to me, I'm going to give it right back to you. Right. The minute you let me know that is no longer an option, you're going to see a whole nother side of me. So just to keep it down, and everybody's so busy trying to keep their mom happy. Like, what about your girlfriend? Like, what about your wife? What about the person you got to lay down with? And now she really don't even know who she just got in a relationship with, because you completely different when you're around your mom.
This is good. And I feel like people, I don't think a lot of men understand that this is happening psychologically. Yeah. When you show me that you cannot protect me from these things, it makes me question the entire relationship. Because do you take me seriously?
That part.
Am I temporary? Yep. Do you see a future with me? Yeah. Because why she get to say this and what it's not a problem?
What about, why is she talking about things that only you should know about me? So what you been talking to your mother about?
I ain't never heard that one before. That's new. This feels personal.
No, never.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say,
I fight people's mothers, but I try not to. I don't want to.
I've never had that happen before. Like somebody bring up something that I felt like should be private.
It's happened to a lot of like friends of mine, where like they will bring up things. Well, in certain clips and stuff. Because I did just see a clip where the girl was saying, "You don't have a job. You don't pay no bills in this house. How you just rolling off the tongue with stuff that I don't do?" If you don't know this information, I think that it's important to know when to talk to people about things and when to just keep it between you guys. Yeah. If that woman was in like a rough spot, or like she just was trying to make ends meet, or like whatever the case may be, if you're going through anything difficult in your relationship, it's not always worth going to mama and talking about it. Sometimes it's not even worth going to your best friend and telling them everything, especially if you plan to stay. Yeah. because I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like, don't keep talking to me about the man is terrible. Like,
it's been 3 years.
It's been 3 years, and we keep having this same conversation.
He was terrible in June.
He was.
He's still terrible.
He's still horrible. Like terrible. Now he's horrible. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you have to know what's important, where you need guidance and advice when it comes to like certain things in your relationship, and when you just need to work with your partner to try to figure it out. Because if you plan to work it out and stay there, don't do that to that person. Don't do that to them, because now they come around your family and they already full with them. You know what I'm saying? They looking at you like, she don't pay no bills. She ain't got no real job. He over
I'm
here
gonna turn the barbecue up. If somebody say the wrong thing, potato salad everywhere. Everywhere. I'm not even finna. And I like also to the other side of it. Like, if somebody is your friend, why would you air them out like that? Like, if I'm going through something with my man and I confide in you, and then we get into it later and my man is there and you holler out, that's why I know he be leaving doo-doo stains on the toilet seat. Now, I told you that after the 5th shot of tequila. No. And you done told everybody in the room.
Girl,
Like, now we're all embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? So I be like, what is the boundary? Because I think sometimes people just say things out of anger, and it's really not an excuse. But also, like, bro, where is the girl power, the loyalty? Like, you are my friend, bro. Like, and that's the one thing I pride myself on, like, with my close personal relationships. I don't care how mad I get at you. No, I am not going to say nothing that I know is going to damage you.
I'm telling you, it's people I don't talk to this
my
day.
Relationship with you. Now, if you've been playing for a little while. And I'm on my way out.
I'm done. You might say something.
I'm gonna talk about it. Okay.
I asked people that I was friends with to this day who did me so dirty. I would never tell their secrets. It's crazy. I just can't do that.
It doesn't benefit you.
It just don't. I don't see the point. I don't understand how people stop being friends with somebody and then go around and just like tell out all of their business to just trying to recruit enemies. You know how people do. They like, oh, you don't like her, Eva, this what happened to her. I never could be that type of girl. Like, I'm not gonna tell all your business. We just not cool no more. I'm chilling.
And if somebody asks me, I'm gonna be like, well, we're just not cool no more.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I'm not gonna give you the details. I think that's very weird. That's very weird energy.
I think people, it's an insecurity. I think people that do that, deep down, they probably feel guilty about the way that the relationship ended.
Yeah.
Because I could see an emotionally immature person like ending things with a friend, and before you can, because we all know this is like in journalism as well. Whoever gets the story out first, that's what's true.
Yeah.
It don't matter if I lied 39 times on this person.
Yeah.
You heard my version first.
Yeah.
So now anything that you hear after that, we're going to question it. And so I think people are quick to throw out, their side of the story, and it's not always the facts. And so if I've ever had a situation, a lot of times I don't even defend myself. I used to want to, but now I'm just like, no, I'm not giving that my energy. Because if what you're saying is really true, you'd have receipts.
That part. And you wouldn't be so quick to talk so down on somebody. Yeah. You also want to pay attention to how negative this person is. Like,
because some people always got something negative to say.
Always got something negative to say. They always talking down on people. Like, I don't even believe people like that to begin with. So I don't really care. And then on top of that, I'm not friends with you no more. So whatever you say, I'm probably not going to hear about it. We don't run in the same circles. Right. I don't care. Like, I'm elevating. Maybe one day you'll get here, but you're not here now. So. Right. I'm where I am.
And if you should happen to make it here.
Yeah. I'll probably be.
I'm not talking to you then either. Else. So exactly. I'll be elevated somewhere
else, so it is what it is.
But no, I think that's admirable though. I think that, we just need to, like, you don't have to be vindictive and spiteful. Like, it is okay just walking away from certain things. Yes. But the pride, the Bible says pride comes before a fall. Pride has literally, anytime I've ever sat down and examined something that failed in my life, I could always trace it back to pride. And it's not just pride as in I am proud of myself. It's pride as in I'm better than you. I don't deserve this. I'm entitled to this. And so when I see those things kind of fall apart, God is like, okay, that was weird. Yeah. And then I get that little check or whatever and I can move forward. But I'm glad that we are having this conversation. This is like therapeutic for me because I feel like it's some stuff I should have said to some people a few years ago. but I'm, namaste.
Yes, you in a better place
in my
now.
place. Namaste in my place. So I know that I don't want to get too wrapped up because we got to give our listeners something
Absolutely.
moving forward.
Yes.
But another one of my favorite segments is coming up.
What?
Girl, you know Sister to Sister.
Okay. I love this one too. All right.
Okay.
What we got?
If you all don't know, you can actually, this little whatever, who is stealing cars and putting out fires in the middle of the day?
Girl, going on.
And this the second time, y'all. Dre is cracking up. I am so serious. I almost wanted to holler, cut.
Right, exactly.
Because Clifford the big red dog and his fire truck is
straight up
running
on the loose.
Rashad all up and around the neighborhood. But I'm sorry, y'all. So the Sister to Sister segment is a segment where you guys can actually connect with us directly. So we're gonna give you the contact information below. So in the description, make sure you hit us up. Yes. We want to hear your personal stories. Yes. So I got one for you today, Lynee. Check this out.
What's going on, girl? What's going on?
So we got a voicemail today from Ashley. Ashley said that she and her man have been together for about 3 years. Mm-hmm. Now, they got a great relationship. They talked about getting married and having kids. And even though they have talked about it, he still hasn't popped the question. So how long should she wait for him to propose? Because she said that they're going on their 4th year. Like, do you think there's a time limit on it? Like, what you think?
Oh, girl. Now, first things first, people only going to do what you allow, right?
That part.
So if you wanted to be married within a year or two and he didn't do it, you probably should have left a year or two ago.
Because, girl,
when I heard it after year 4, man,
baby, when I heard it, I said, girl, get your purse, gather your things, and
seriously.
go.
But the other thing I want to talk about is when we as women are having these conversations, we like to say we talked about it. Mm-hmm. Who is initiating the conversation?
Because if you nag this man 4 nights a week.
Exactly. Did he ever bring it up? That's what I really be wanting to know. They be like, oh, we talked about it. We've discussed it. No, ma'am. What you did was put that man in the corner and said, I want to be married. You need to marry me or something like that. Like, are you finding yourself always bringing up wanting to be married? Like, is he initiating? Because actions speak louder than words. Mm-hmm. If he wanted to, he would. We say that all the time. So, like, this gives me the impression that she has been doing a lot of talking.
She delusional.
Yeah, she been doing a lot of talking, and he been doing just a lot of listening and not really moving. Mm-hmm. Because he doesn't want to lose her. He probably really loves her, but also, being married is also a financial agreement. Right. Is he financially stable to marry someone and then take on the responsibilities that come with something like that? I mean, there are just so many different narratives to this. However, if marriage is something that you want, I would never say budge on that. I don't say budge on that. I'm just telling you reasons why it's probably not moving forward. It's because he's not initiating the conversation for real. Is he even engaged? Is he bringing it to you? When you in the bedroom and he coming in, he's like, let's talk about getting married. A man like that will be the one to marry you immediately because he's sure. Are you paying attention to different things that he's doing as far as like, are y'all going ring shopping? Is he talking to your best friend? Things like that. Is he financially stable? Is he able to marry somebody right now? Like, there's just so many common denominators, and that may not be the person for you, because the last thing you want to do is marry somebody who is not ready to marry you. And now you're writing us saying, I've been with this person.
I've been with him for 16 years.
So now we got the Gilbert Arenas situation where he done bought you this $400,000 ring.
Listen.
And y'all done broke up after 8 days because y'all wasn't really
ready. You
weren't
supposed to be married in the first place.
Exactly.
And I'm not comfortable just waiting around.
No.
Like, if you, like you said, if you had this conversation 6 months into the situationship, perhaps you would have known.
Yes.
In month 8,
that
this isn't something that was going to move forward. And you're not a bad person if this person don't want to marry you, or they're not ready to marry you. Neither one of you is a bad person. It might just mean that that's not your forever person, and that is okay. People have to be okay starting over, letting go, healing from things. I've talked to so many women and men who, as soon as they get divorced or they break up, they jump right into the next thing.
Yep.
You have not had time to process how you feel about this disconnection, because it's still a grieving process, And so I always be like, bro, sometimes if it's not making sense,
you gave it
leave.
4 years.
Like that's how long time.
Like, how much clarity do you need?
That's a long. It's clearer than that diamond you'll never get. I can tell you that much. I'm sorry, Ashley.
I'm not gonna let you talk to friend like that.
I'm sorry, Ashley. What I meant to say was, we're gonna do a little more research, and we're gonna get back to you with our findings.
Oh my God.
And we'll bring you on next week, and we'll rap
really
about
unpack
it some more.
We'll really unpack it, like play by what happened in year 1.
Yeah.
What happened in you still no ring? You're no ring again.
I don't know what was happening,
no
but I can tell you what wasn't happening. That man was not entertaining no conversations about marriage.
Friend, you just got to be real with yourself and say, this is not my person. You can love people and they still not be your person.
Right.
There are soulmates in the world that can never be together. That's still their soulmate. I think we get caught up in like mine. We start to own people like property.
That's not your property.
It starts to get really weird when people like gain ownership over people. If that's not your person, you guys can still be friends, you guys can still be cool, but he cannot give you what you want, and that is okay.
It's fine.
It's okay. Let it go.
Go ahead and move him out the way, because the person that you really want, you're not gonna have to beg him for 4 years.
Come on.
And
you'll marry you in a year.
You'll feel way more secure and stable in that relationship.
Yep.
And so I think that's the lesson, that's the takeaway that people need to
Agreed.
Ashley specifically. I think because I love you, girl, but 4 years and y'all just talking.
You got to let that go.
You're the only one
let God.
Yeah, you're the only one who wants to get married.
Get in that Bible. Read that Bible and get in that book.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm sure.
He who finds a wife,
come on,
finds a good thing. Let him find
Ashley
you.
Been trying to find him.
Yeah. That's
Ashley,
a word, friend.
Ashley,
that's a word.
And see, the Bible says,
yes. Come on.
When 2 or 3 are gathered, Ashley's been in the house with 2 other people.
Come on. Preach.
Me, myself, and I. Ashley's in a relationship with herself.
Can I get an amen?
She thought God was in the midst.
Amen.
It wasn't God.
Ooh, preach, preacher.
Because Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy.
Let's talk about it.
That's who got the ring.
It's a word.
But it won't be Ashley.
Ooh, I'm getting hot just talking about it.
Now I hope the Holy Spirit was able to lay something on your heart.
Or we laid hands on that.
Come on, Shohan de la Bo. Shaha. Okay, I'm sorry. Lord. No, but I think Ashley was probably, I'm sure she was irritated. And I'm glad that she felt, confident to share this with us. Ashley, I hope you got what you were looking for.
Yeah.
But just let that go, sis.
Yes. We was playing, but we serious about letting go.
Though.
Yeah.
But in the same train of thinking, what irritated you this week? Because I know that we both did a little traveling this week, and I just wanted to know, do you feel the same way about the traveling that I do?
Girl.
So do you have a traveling ick?
All I want people to do is mandate the mask back. We need the mask back. I need kids in masks. I need adults in masks. Girl, the way this man was sitting next to me hacking, and not just, girl, he hacked for 2 hours straight. I ain't never been on a plane where you don't ever stop coughing and sneezing.
That's too much.
Then he triggered the girl behind me. She started hacking. So I'm surrounded by probably COVID-19. I almost got a tetanus shot.
COVID-20.
Girl, like, what the hell?
23.
COVID-23 and everything. I don't like the hacking and sneezing. I don't like it being around me. And then I'm thinking to myself, I'm calculating, right? And I'm like, okay, should I go sit up there? It's 1 seat, like up there, but it's a kid, like,
right.
And I love the kids.
I love the kids because I have the same ick. I have the same ick. I just feel like the babies.
I can't.
Why are you okay? If the baby is, I want to say under like 4 or 5. Why the people you going to visit can't come visit you? That's all I want to know. Y'all family don't love y'all?
No, for real.
They don't want to come and see y'all?
Yeah.
Because the babies are uncontrollable.
Ooh, the babies
I was
are
going through TSA and the baby was hollering.
Yeah.
Babe, ain't nothing happened yet.
Yeah.
All you saw was a couple of conveyor belts and some luggage. When I tell you
I took my chances with that COVID-23, I took my chances with it. Because I
like, ooh. Because the babies be having all types of...
And they be smacking you. I almost got smacked by a baby.
Yeah.
They trying to lift the little tray up, baby. That hand said, boop. That thing almost hit me in the face. And I can't do nothing. It's the baby.
We would have had an altercation with his mom.
No problem. I was looking at the mother.
I definitely was giving her
eye contact. We had direct eye contact.
Crystal,
girl,
your kid.
She was like, "I'm so sorry."
Crystal,
like,
do something.
I'm sorry, y'all. No offense, but it's just if you got to choose between somebody sneezing or being by the baby who's screaming, I'm gonna be by the sneezes. Yeah. You can catch me by the sneezes.
Because if I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna sleep on that plane. And the crying baby gonna keep you from doing that.
That's true.
But I think one of my biggest pet peeves about flying, crying babies, yes. But also, I don't care how comfortable you get. If it's an early morning flight, don't sit next to me trying to have small talk.
Please.
Okay? Matter of fact, I don't care if it's a late afternoon, a red eye, or an evening.
I don't care what time of day
I don't want to talk to you.
I don't know you.
And they be, where you headed to, buddy?
We on the same flight.
Nathan, if you don't sit your...
Please,
Nathan.
go somewhere.
If I wanted a pen pal, a convo buddy,
I would have wrote them in jail.
First of all, I'd been on my phone.
Yeah.
I'd have paid extra for the Wi-Fi and I would have called them. I don't want to talk on the plane. I don't actually want anybody's breath.
And that's why the mask,
already circulating.
The mask, like I said, needs to be mandated.
I don't need you talking in my face.
Girl.
So you got any kids? Shut up, Nathan. Nathan, please.
Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you, sir.
And now you want to got all this. I don't want to play 21 questions.
Yeah. With that
That's what
morning
irritated
breath.
me.
Early in the morning with that breath. Just talking and talking and talking. Bring the water. What do you call that? With the ginger ale and the water on it.
You know what I hate too? I don't like when my neighbor let me sleep through the food cart.
You want them to wake you up?
You need to nudge me.
Friend, I ain't waking you up.
Because if
you.
I'm knocked out, no.
Now, if you nudge Nathan and wake Nathan up.
No, because Nathan gonna wake up talking. And I don't want to hear nothing Nathan got to say. Because he gonna be like, you like the Cheez-Its? I usually get the Cheez-Its myself. Nathan, shut up. Nathan?
Yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Don't touch me. Let me sleep. I don't want nobody touching me.
If it's
I
a
wake
Delta
up
flight,
swinging.
I'm not missing them cookies.
Girl.
Matter of fact, I'll stop at the beginning up there by the pilot.
Did you try
spot.
the sun-dried chips, though?
I don't like them like that.
What? The sun-dried
The
chips
little- the
with
little
the
crinkly
Biscoff? Girl, I be asking for both.
Wait, you eat
never
them at the
asked
same
for
time?
both? Yes. You got to put the Biscoff and then a little piece of sun-dried on top.
Now,
Jerrilyn.
Lynee.
You don't get much on the flight. You got to make it a meal. That's what I'm trying to fill myself up.
If you don't eat them things separate and go on about your business,
Jerrilyn.
nobody told you to be creative with these
You
people
got
food.
the sweet and salty? Girl, what? That's
Now,
my
you know
jam.
what? If you throw some M&Ms or trail mix in there, you might be cooking with
Girl,
with
when I
grease.
tell you, it's
I think that
bomb.
might be.
Jerrilyn, get the sun-dried chips with the
I don't wanna-
Biscoff cookie.
I don't wanna
Take
do
a
that.
little piece. Get a little piece of sun-dried chips.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Come on.
Something tells me that my stomach.
Get some water. You can flush it down. Get you a little water.
I don't even like the water.
Y'all
to
gonna
be
try and
honest.
be like, that was bomb. Lynee knew what she was talking about. Jerrilyn act like she don't want to be involved.
If you all going on a Delta flight and getting Biscoff cookies and sun-dried chips,
ask for both.
I have 2
They
questions.
gonna tell you can only get one, but just be quick with it.
They'll give them
Just
to
be
you.
quick.
I just have 2 questions. Number 1, would you please call in, and let us know how that experience went? And then number
good.
2, also, are you okay at home?
I'm fine.
What's going
on?
Wait,
Right here.
Now, I'm not talking about Lynee.
I'm fine.
I'm not talking about Lynee. I'm just asking in general. So that's something new that I didn't necessarily want to know that about you, Lynee. But now that I know,
The more you
I
know.
will never look at you the same.
Look how much closer we are.
I know. I'm gonna be like, that's
You
my
and
girl
me,
over
us
there.
never part.
Biscoff sun chip eating
Yeah, oh,
self.
it's so good. It's
That's
so
my
good.
girl. Well, I think that we have reached a successful conclusion to our episode today. How you feel about it?
I feel so good about it. This is amazing.
This is our first episode.
I know, guys.
So-
This was our first episode.
Yeah, so I feel like we could stick around for a pretty long
For
time.
sure. And
What
y'all
you
better
think?
stick around.
Yeah.
Okay?
I got a lot of ideas for us, and I know we talked a little bit about it. So
For sure.
I'm looking forward to harassing Dre into letting us just
Like, do
have
more.
our way with this.
Yes.
I think it'll be fun.
Yes.
I
Keep
think
up
it'll
with
be-
us, y'all. Make
yeah.
sure you like, comment, and
Yes.
subscribe. Make sure you look for us on wherever you get your podcast.
Everywhere.
Okay. Wherever you go, I want to be there. I'm going to be there already. You just meet me there. Okay.
I
But
know
yeah.
that's right. So keep looking for us. Make sure you guys tune in and watch every episode. We're gonna see y'all when we see y'all. I'm Jerrilyn Lake, and
Lynee Monae.
this has been She Said It First.